Alright, so for today's video, we are going to be taking a look at a little tiny Milwaukee tool here. It is not the number 2 Phillips bits from Milwaukee, but it is going to be the Milwaukee Magnetizer. Now, this is sold in a 3-piece set. So you get 2 number Phillips bits and you get the magnetizer itself. And as you can see, the magnetizer is relatively strong. But this is what we are taking a look at, is the magnetizer right here. And it is just attached, like I said, to a number 2 Phillips. Now this is a 3-piece set, so if you're looking to pick this set up, the model number for this set is 48-32-4550. And it is a relatively inexpensive set from Milwaukee. It runs about $6 to $7 depending on where you're at, and you're gonna have to add tax and things to that. So probably about $8 to $9 when it's all said and done. But you get 2 number 2 Phillips bits and you get the magnetizer itself. Now the magnetizer is a piece of rubber that has the magnets inside. You can see them there and there on each side of the piece of rubber, the rubber overmolding for it, and you have the Milwaukee name there on both sides, and you can insert the bit on whichever side you desire. So there you go. It's a relatively simple thing to do, and it is a nice piece to have. I would say it is nice to see that Milwaukee has finally come out with something like this. Now, DeWalt has had something similar to this out for some time, and this is their little magnetizer right here. But what I found with this is it's a proprietary design. It only really meant to fit on DeWalt's the bits. It doesn't really like to fit on any other bits. As you can see, we'll insert a Milwaukee bit right there. Just fits real loose, doesn't want to stick on the bit very well. And we'll also bring in a little bit larger of a bit. So this is a number 3 bit from Milwaukee. I mean, it will sit on the tool, but it's not like a real super tight fit, whereas you have the DeWalt bits. It snaps onto them and fits nice, and it doesn't really want to pop off the tool very easily. So that is a nice feature about the Milwaukee. Is not only can you use it on the Milwaukee bits, but you can also use it on DeWalt bits. So if you have other bits from other manufacturers and you're just looking for something to magnetize, have a little piece of magnetizer on there for it, you can use it on your DeWalt bits. It's just as simple as inserting the bits onto the tool. And yes, it does. It will hold the bit. It will hold your screw, which is nice. And it is a strong magnet. As you can see there, it's a nice strong magnet there. So overall, this is definitely a nice little piece from Milwaukee. And it is fairly inexpensive. Like I said, it's $6 to $7, plus you're going to have to add tax onto that, which is nice. Now, the one thing I like about this is you can buy it separate, whereas DeWalt, the only way you get this is if you buy a kit. I haven't been able to find this separate, and I don't think that they sell it separate. So that's the downside about that. Now, I would like to see Milwaukee start to maybe include this in some of their newer bit sets that they come out with, just as an added touch. You can either buy it separate or it comes in a kit, whichever way you prefer to buy your bits. Now, this one is a relatively new one, but here's the one that I've been using quite frequently. It's definitely had some use. I find it comes in handy when I am doing registers, whether it's screwing them onto a piece of ductwork or if it is just wall registers. I like how it holds the screw nice for me. And obviously this is just a machine screw. It's not a screw that I'd be screwing a register or anything onto. It's got no point to it. So you'd have to have a pre-drilled hole for it, but we're not going to really get into that. I just like how it holds the screws, and it allows me to put a little bit of pressure on there and not have to worry about putting too much pressure and smashing my hands with the drill or with the bit. So with that being said, that's really about it for this video. It's just a quick little video on this 3-piece set from Milwaukee. Definitely highly recommend you pick it up. And it, like I said, it works not only with Milwaukee bits, but it works with DeWalt bits, and I'm sure it'll work with Makita or Ryobi or anyone else who sells bits out there. So with that being said, that's all I have for this video. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns that you would like addressed, please feel free to leave them down in the comment section below. But with that being said, that's all I have for this video.